tickets, hopping on a plane. Hit a different country with each other, change your last name. Tell me, is you with it? Cause I'm with it, do you feel the same? Down, 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 knew you was different from the start, love. How you learn, they never taught love. You keep it peaceful and equal, I'm used to wars, love, hard love. I'm used to trauma, used to drama. Got a list of bad exes, plus I got a baby mama, damn. Still you keep it solid, damn. Put
What
that
up,
on my
what's
mama,
good,
damn. When you
everybody?
build me up, you probably add an extra comment, accommodation, destination,
Rainy
run
Day
into a
gameplay.
light. We ain't
Let's
never coming
continue
back. I
our
hope you
journey
didn't
on
pack
Valve. Just like last time, way further than what it was last time. So I apologize for the same time. Without further ado, let me pull my chat so real quick. We just gonna continue this journey, y'all.
Touching all on me, fucking all on me. Girl, be honest. 30,000 feet and we can lead the one behind us. Cause we keep it raw. I'ma hit it with no bottom. I'ma hit you with my soul. I'ma hit you with these goals. You should probably leave your phone. Ain't no service where we go.
So right now I just had to run away from all of the Dream Scourge. They are about to be doing No, I'm dead. I might as well just kill myself. Oh, I survived that. I did. No, I can't do that.
Oh, seems we're late to the party.
disrespecting shit.
In our bark.
Enemy to the right.
Watch the light!
Who's next? Anyone?
Someone eager to meet us.
Dodge this!
Trying to save them health potions.
Come on! Come on!
Excuse me.
Let's finish this.
Don't worry about it, G. Don't worry about it.
Worsen the situation. Ruins are cruel with corruption. Should burn it out before it spreads.
Envoy, I hope you found what you were looking for. Because those ruins are about to be a distant memory. Like you, I've come in service to my
Can't
country
wait to kill her.
and my god. This is a spring from which the Dream Scourge flows, injecting poison into the veins of the island.
No, a cleansing fire. Poison or cure?
The same poison we burned out of Fior Messiverno.
The only thing you burned was hope. And I am determined to get it back. Even if I must take it from you.
Charming. Stand by my side, and we can strike a blow at the Dream Scourge. And at Sabadal. An Inquisitor seeks answers, some through interrogation, others through prayer. I've been watching you, Envoy. You, who survived when so many godlike fell. I even asked the gods what made you so remarkable. And the Burned Queen opened my eyes to what you are. We knew the chaos of the Living Lands had an origin. How could I have known that you were its offspring? We have that much in common. There are 2 plagues in the Living Lands. Help me destroy one, and the other will follow.
Ashes. Nothing of the Akita will remain.
We may not burn out the Dream Scourge here, but we can burn out its symptoms and take the fight to your patron.
Spirits cry out, bury the fire, but still they rage.
Is her first instinct always to destroy stuff and hope that fixes things?
Always thinking with your sword. You zealots never change. I happen to like these ruins. They've been very informative. Without them, I'd never have learned there was a new god in the Living Lands.
Another reason why they should be destroyed. Sapadal is dangerous, but an Archmage is more unpredictable by far.
I do love it when people choose to listen to reason. I have an alternate solution to the problem at hand.
This should be amusing.
I am not talking to you, am I? Don't interrupt me.
Facts.
Yes. Honestly, it's quite simple. I can sever the connection between the Adra in the ruins and the rest of the Living Lands. It will isolate the Dream-Scourged essence and halt the creation of new Dream Thralls in Shatterscarp. But those that exist will remain. My solution will end the plague in this region, I believe, and keep Ludwine from having to do terrible things to those nice ruins. I knew I liked you for a reason. Yes, there is a catch. It's also what you may call a large one. Severing the Adra will require the use of a truly immense amount of essence, which, well, will result in a few deaths.
A few deaths? What about Polici? And the other Furians? And Polici?
Gods, you're right.
Gentle sleep. One moment, day. The next, a poppy stream to carry them to the Garden of Night. They would feel no pain.
I'm so very glad you recall.
Well, in layman's terms, she's going to rip the essence out of a bunch of people in Shatterscarp. For what it's worth, her theory is sound. She could stop the Dream Scourge. In Shatterscarp, at least.
A few dozen people may die. Possibly 100 or so in the more dire scenarios. There is no control over who will perish in the process. But it will stop the Dream Scourge from spreading in Shatterscarp. No new Dream Thralls will be created.
I once thought of pursuing such an idea, but only after careful study. What she suggests is anything but careful.
It's not an ideal solution. But it is easier to save a life when you've amputated the necrotic limb, so to speak.
At least I'm not the only rational voice in this debate. She would sacrifice the very people we're trying to save, and for what? Not even to destroy the Dream Scourge. Merely to slow it down.
Destroying the ruins and killing the dream thralls within is also a short-term measure. Ludwig's solution will eventually result in the same number of casualties, possibly even more. If only the Inquisitor was as astute as you. Regardless, you're correct. So long as the Dream Scourge exists, more people will become infected. And the infected will take more lives, and this will continue indefinitely.
She has no idea what the consequences of her actions might be. And neither do you. Envoy, I want to show you something.
This bitch is
I
skeletal.
swore an oath to my goddess. A solemn vow that I would give everything in service to her. Even myself. And I did so, gladly. Sapadal wants the same devotion from you. The only difference is, you never had a choice. And what makes you so sure the decision is truly yours? Sapadal has been whispering in your ear, guiding you, influencing you. You owe Sapadal nothing, and yet they demand everything. That is not devotion. It's cruel.
What an amateur. She accuses Sapadal of what she intends to inflict on you. Don't fall for it.
Yes, quite difficult to decide whether to believe your new god or the angry skeleton actively threatening us.
Godlike. I leave the choice to you. Both options will bring harm. The question is, which will bring more good? Perhaps not. But one of these solutions will bring an end. Remember the village and the statue it couldn't repair. Remember the lesson I tried to teach you. None of our lives matters. Not when they might cost us the future. Now choose, Envoy. Destroy the ruins and the Dream Thralls, or sever the Adra and end the plague in Shatterscarp, with an unknowable number of casualties.
She toys with you with innocent lives, while I offer only
Bitch,
the
we ain't doing
truth.
Good people die either way. But severing the art.
Breaking the Adra is a bold choice, but it's such a terrible cost. But Quilichi... Gods. If there's even a chance he could... No. Then again, it's not as if I trust Ludwig. The dead have... I'm at a loss. Whatever you do, make sure you believe in it. Because there's no going back.
Oh, what a relief. You really scared me there, Envoy.
I don't like our options, but maybe we can learn something from this one. Let's just hope Quilichi is all right.
So be it. Sapadal's hold over you is stronger than I suspected.
Rune, strengthen the living leaves. We twine.
Attune your soul to Sapadal to assist my focus on the Adra. You're the only one who can do that part. And Yatsley, come, help me. I think you'll enjoy this. Marins Klavan Eid Marslante. I am delighted to have been right about you. I was hoping you'd have the cold logic I wanted to see. We've dealt with the Dream Scourge, but you'll still have some cleaning up to do. Now that I know this was all because of a new god flailing in their cage, the Living Lands is no longer of interest to me. Another god. There are so many. If a new one is more aberrant than another, does it really matter? But that is for you to wrestle with. I'm done here. However, I have one final question for your young wizard.
For... me?
You have shown a great deal of talent, Yardsley. Few can harness so much essence with ease. I could use your assistance. And the companionship. It's really dreary being alone. Should you wish to return with me, I would happily take you on as my apprentice. The rest of the circle do not often visit, which is good because they're tiresome. You, however, are a power worth shaping, and rather delightful to boot.
Well, obviously, I'm... Wait. Really? You want me to... Wow. That would be... amazing! But, I have to think about it. At the very least, the Envoy would be lost without me. And so would my lover. Though the idea of finally devoting more time to magic is... tempting.
Yes, my work will still be there even when this world is in ruins. Which, hopefully, won't happen. Whatever you decide, it will be some months before I depart. You know where to find me. Be clever, godlike. Don't think too much with your heart. Myra...
Why are we deferring to that maniac Greengrim? Ugh.
We don't trust this heathen magic. It was...
What is done is done. Countless innocent lives cut short. Even my own soldiers. And for what? Make no mistake. There will be. At least now I have a better idea. And that is what you want. Envoy, need I remind you why the Emperor sent you? To burn out a... If you and Heelgard are too spineless to remember your allegiance. All I wanted to do was protect Shatterscarp. Give it the chance that Fior Messiverno did not have. Instead, I'm left with one dead settlement. And another dying one. At least you are... A word of warning, Envoy. You and I are running out of opportunities to save the Living Lands from itself. I allowed you to dictate the terms of this meeting. I won't make that mistake twice. Your impudence has been... One more thing, Envoy. I know what happened to Captain Alfear. You fought valiantly, and she fell in disgrace. But now you have a debt to the Steel Garrote.
What a vile int...
If I kill you right now.
No progress without sacrifice. This magic makes my skin twitch.
There's a few trees to save the forest.
I want to say this was all mountains that I couldn't pass. really thought I'd be able to do this. Can't go that way. Yeah, I know we can fast travel, but sorry about the cloud. God, I ain't
That'll show him.
We need to talk. You let a mad archmage unleash death with a spell. I need to know why. So because you don't trust her, you'll throw your lot in with something clearly worse?
You saw what she did to my home. Do you think she'll be merciful to yours?
Ludwig's a monster. But how can you say Ringgrim's any less of one?
Ringgrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than we do, and we know more than most others do. She found a great solution, but it came with a great cost. What more could we expect?
Do you hear yourself? You both saw what kind of person she is. The twisted little world she built for herself. If ending the Dream Scourge means handing our fate to someone like her, then perhaps it's not worth the cost.
Kai, let's be honest. None of us are walking away from this with a clean conscience. But unless someone makes the tough decisions, the Dream Scourge will kill us all. Or worse. That means living with our nightmares. Embracing them if we must.
Right. Getting killed by monsters is one thing, but turning into one...
We stand here bickering while the solution is just over the horizon. Nothing matters but the garden. Shatterscarp, even Emerald Stair. They're distractions by comparison.
So, we found a map to the garden. Now we see how accurate those ancient godless cartographers could possibly be. Not sure how helpful that map will be, really. There's probably a reason no one's been to the garden in centuries. We'll see. We don't know what's really there, other than your secret god friend. I figure either it's a complete dud and there's nothing really there, or we all lose our minds the second we show up. Either way, was it worth it? Who knows?
Appreciate that follow. Appreciate that follow. Oh shit.
And that's all that matters, I guess. Anyway. If I must.
Envoy, we need to discuss what you did in the ruins. I just hope we made the right decision. Those ruins are priceless, and I truly look forward to exploring. I don't know that I'll ever truly accept what we did. What I did. Usually, I know the right answer. It's obvious. Here, though. I know. Things have been unreal. I was able to ask questions and get answers. Of course. Though I sense that you're not fully aware of just how amazing. I'll let you wait back at the camp, like a good... But to go through the trials ourselves? Oh. Fascinating. I can't imagine. I'm glad you got... Well, I have to start writing this all down before I forget. But do return if you think of any other juicy details. Always a pleasure, Envoy.
Can we talk a moment? I wanted to pick you... How much do you really know about Adra? Among other things, Adra is a physical manifestation of a metaphysical phenomenon. A mineral that takes our souls from death to rebirth. We severed the Adra and Naku Kubel to slow down the Dream Scourge. That would be putting it lightly. The souls of the dead who go looking for a passage to the beyond will have nowhere to go. They'll be lost in darkness. A watcher, maybe. It's a shame we haven't got one. Try as we might to help others, we won't always succeed. Even the dead can... I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone. Even for a moment. Give us time to focus on our mission. Ourselves. As do I. We both deserve a little peace. And if the world... While I have your ear... Something about Inquisitor Ludwine has been getting to me. She seemed eager to distinguish your Adiran loyalty from your nature as a godlike, as though the two are incompatible. She believes you can be loyal to your country or to your nature, but not both. But what about you? When you rejected Ludwine's offer, she wasn't surprised. As though Ludwine clearly respects you. But I don't believe... Anyway, that just had me thinking. Could get some rest. Thanks for talking.
Always, babe. He always got like 53 things to do.
Listen, that back there, I know you passed 3 trials, but... Ah, it's nothing, but I really... Anyway. Until next time.
Let's see what weapons. There's so much poison stuff in here.
Trying to remember the academic term for something that's driving me mad.
How could they? Beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs. We blessed the Tabaru Sinakis, and they prick us in return. Blood on the wire. Roots like a wall. We only meant to protect. We thrashed against the blinding light to... We never wanted this. So many seedlings lost. The burned queen. She hurt us. Yet still the branches swipe. We mourn. They should have shared our love, their spite. But you are here, a green shoot after the fire. Words like bile. Sleep now.
It's better out here than it is in the wild.
Excuse me.
Who needs fabric? We still have stuff.
There's a chest or something like that.
Three dozen dead, of no apparent causes. They just fell over. Like their hearts were stopped in their chest. What did you do, Envoy? I know you're involved somehow. Bullshit. There was always another option. Something better than this massacre. Dozens are dead, Envoy. Their loved ones scream for them. What was all this for? The costs were too great, Envoy. And you paid them with Third-born blood. I hope your fucking decisions haunt you forever. You've cost so many families their loved ones. You have my permission to go anywhere else. Get out of my sight, Envoy.
Let your people die. Dream scourge. See, you can't do nothing. It's an either or. I promise.
Gods, it's good to see a living face.
What you got in here for you, boy? Let me get that. Water. Let's go back to the camp. See what she's talking about.
I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain. We met Ringrim. The Ringrim. And we... She even offered to make me... As smart as you are, Envoy, I sometimes forget that you are still... It doesn't feel real. Oh, Handra's titties. What am I going to do? If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilici and Fior. And what about my study of the Godless? I've spent... Oh! You even learned their proper name. I can't believe you listened. I'm not a kid anymore. There are only 26 hours in a day. I love my life as it is now. Exploring as I wish and coming home to open arms. I don't want to give that up. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy... Oh, my love. They'll need someone to help them build a new home for the Animans. And maybe, if I was there, I could at least make sure our tea house has enough stock to keep... Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act on it, but I really... Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write a letter...
I found a bunch of that. I don't know why. Well, fuck it. On to the next part. Hold on, guys. Hold on, y'all. Let me check this. It's about my daughter's graduation. Hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. It's my baby's senior year. Everything situated.
It's you! You're the monster who got us kicked out of Third Board!
Couldn't have happened to a nicer fellow, apparently.
What do you have against honest businessmen? You can't fast-talk me, you fiend! I demand compensation!
I know you're upset, Tycho, but they seem like they're really strong.
Shizu, please don't undermine me in front of them. You have to make things right by me. By us, I mean. Don't try to play games with us.
But can you take all three of us? Are you so desperate for the answer that you'll stake your life on it?
Daiko, this might be a bad idea. I mean, I'm good with the blade on dead targets, but...
You too? Fine. That kind of takes the wind out of my sails.
Thank you. I'm glad today didn't end in bloodshed.
Maybe the next time we all meet, we can just have a lovely drink, or I can dissect you. Either one.
Don't promise me a good time, dearie.
Well, go on, get out of here, before I change my mind. And if we ever do meet again, well, you can forget about that discount.
Temerity sent word. She said you can go. I'm sorry, Envoy. I don't have much more to say. You were responsible for all this death. But I hope you don't end up the same way, too. Shia, Envoy, do you know what's happening?
Ludwig may have a skull for a face, but her fury was clear enough. If her path crosses ours again, it'll be ugly.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. And I plan on hunting her like a rat.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read? My vote's on a pack of small, enthusiastic dogs. Wait, was that an if?
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate.
I believe it. And we'll cross that bridge with you when we get to it.
Ludwig and her steel garrote have the numbers and the power. But we... And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I'm determined to reach the garden. Above all else.
Oh, that's just a pile of Sokka. Oh, now you're listening to me, all of a sack of sup sudden. You won't find a blessed a thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a Page-Raku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a Blessed Oracle to know this won't go how you think it will.
someone's got to do something about the Dream Scourge at the very...
And it has to be you, because a voice in your head said so. What do you know about Soppadal? How do you know you can trust them? That's good for you. What about the rest of us, huh? Will your secret god bring us all back, or just you?
What's on your mind, Marius? What bothers you so?
Because I can scream until I'm blue in the face, and you people would still rather trust the Envoy's pet headache demon. And now you want to drag us through the deadliest region in the world because a sleeping god said so. You're not listening to what I am telling you. I'm done here. Do whatever blessed planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Something's really rattled him.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what.
Be gentle with him. Or if not gentle, understanding.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to...
We won't get far unless we look after each other.
I know what you're gonna say. Marius, you need to slow down. Think about... Well, I don't want to think about my feelings. It is. And it isn't. I'm not sure what. Just the thought of going back to Galawain's tusks makes my heart feel like it's going to explode. I sweat. My ears ring. I can't breathe. When it seems like we're really heading there, I feel like... Right. Thanks. I understand not wanting to go back, but why can't I just thinking about it makes me feel ill. I need some time alone.
I might take Marius. We'll see first. So let's keep right there, okay.
Gatsby, look out!
All the good fucking weapons. I knew it was gonna be too heavy eventually.
Can we finish here? Quickly, before I lose my lunch. We've got company!
They're coming! We need better equipment! For the wheel.
On your left!
Oh, it's a furry. That would be a good trick. Come on.
That's done? Who's hungry?
And I took out a bounty without even realizing. And I got a bounty. For sure got a discount. Excuse me, sorry about all the coffee. We are going to go to the cave. Go through the other entrance or exit rather.
Keep quiet. Protect on wood.
Bugs. Bugs. Always bugs.
Oh, that's right, I came out now.
Quiet, you. Bodies, but not our voices.
Does this amuse you, seeing your kin caged like beasts?
No true kin would desert Solace. All we have are our oaths to Nandru, and you broke them.
Ah, so they're not just rude to outsiders, then.
The damn oaths again. You might as well be the one in chains. Our founder, Nandru, didn't intend for his people to starve. I'd bet you my kidneys he didn't build Solace Keep so we can die of starvation in it. No, he would have wanted us to live.
Honestly, I don't care anymore. I'm getting too hungry to even think.
What's going on here is Pargrunen business.
Yeah, don't need a blessed outsider pretending they know any.
Can't imagine why you even set foot here. These are Pargrunen.
Meaning mind your tongue and your judgment while you're here, outsider. These folk have done much to deserve their cages. Strange that you think we'd care about you.
And you asshole!
There's no food. We barely have
Saka, don't tell the outsider. I'd starve myself for my... Do you want anything else?
Fine. Anything to be... Follow the main road north and then eat. Now mind...
We're on the precipice of something magical. You can feel it, can't you? All we need now is the courage and wisdom to... That shouldn't be a problem. Are you afraid of what's to come? You've certainly faced it enough times. I believe, for the first time in ages, I used to care so much about this, but deep down, I was afraid. Afraid that I wasn't living up to my potential. You've been paying attention. Since we met, everything I believed has been proven wrong. That the island can be controlled. That I alone can fix it. Even my parents. Gods. They really had no idea what they were doing. Just like me. And look how that turned out. I'm so tired of being afraid. Even if I'm wrong again, that's part of the journey.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a break.
I have no idea where it... Did I? Huh. Glad I could get that off my chest. You have an inquisitive... If you ever feel your education... Not before I've done some reading.
Yeah, man, everybody got something to say.
Rawatayans love to boast about how barren and rugged our homeland is. But we've got nothing on the Pargrunan living here. I can't fault your optimism, but would you think that if this was the only landscape you ever saw, day in and day out? According to Marius, his people are forbidden from ever leaving the Tusks.
I did tell you that, didn't I? Must have been drunk.
I'm all for pulling together, but that's just impressive.
You're not alone. A lot of people in Solace would agree with you.
Exactly. It's not a home if you have to lock people in it. Ravatai has a similar problem. Between the constant storm, so many of us find work as sailors and we venture out. Yeah, that's certainly... Look, I'm not trying to defend or debate my... Everyone in the Living Lands faces struggle. But forcing people into a lifetime of hardship for the sake of principle or tradition is a... I've got extra water in my pack if anyone needs it.
Envoy? Oh, it's complicated. It's not that I hate Solace, but I just can't be there anymore.
Going back isn't always easy. Sometimes too much has changed. Other times, not enough has.
I left Solace under the cover of darkness, through an exit only me and a friend of mine knew about. More importantly, I left without permission, which means I more or less exiled myself. I did. Might come a time when I'm ready to talk about it. You'll see when we get there. Anyway. Pleasant dreams.
Leveled up. Everything.
Gods.
Schemes in the dark. The sulfur scalds. The rule of the wilds. What will they... Beast of treachery smells you. A sword for a settlement. The scorpion. Rose today. Thorn tomorrow. Another time. A hidden strike. A bond bleeds in silence. Have your hands known this? An oak everlasting. What a certain spring. The storm blows up. What good is a vow if it can break? Trust. We have learned much.
saved. So, with that being said, I'm gonna end it right here. I truly appreciate everybody who tuned in. I'm gonna go take care of some business, and I shall return. And as always, be positive, be real, be you. Don't change for nobody, only change for the betterment of yourself. And if somebody got a problem with that, fuck them. But I do ask that you go out and be the best version of yourself that you possibly can be. Trust your gut, trust in God, and I promise you will be A-okay. Appreciate y'all, Boogie Bandits. I'm gonna try my best to continue streaming with y'all later on today if I don't happen to have left by then. But outside of that, man, y'all be safe. And y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. I'm out.